Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another live stream. Today we're going to be doing the live stream for this week. It's on a Friday again. I've explained to a couple of people why it wasn't yesterday, but that's a funny story for another time. But today's live stream, we've got a lot to pack in, but for all of you guys who are joining now, this live stream, and I'm sorry to say it, is going to be about half the length of the normal live streams, and I apologize for that, and I'm going to get back to the normal length. But I do have to go to the cinema. I had it booked already, and basically I was really running late. I had a lot of stuff that I was doing today, and so that's why we are late. And it's going to be like half an hour, but it's going to be like bang, bang, bang. Like we're going to smack it all out, and we're going to hit every topic we would normally do, but just in a shorter time. So I don't think there's anything necessarily bad about that, because you're just going to get like all the content very quick. Well, not quick, but faster than usual, I guess. But welcome to everyone who is joining. We have Nathan, member of the channel. Also, we had our members Zoom call today. We're going to be doing another one because we're a bit delayed on that in 2 weeks' time. And you guys can join these members Zoom calls with me and Nathan and Tom and everyone else who normally joins by becoming a member, by clicking the join button, which is underneath the subscribe button. So if you haven't joined and become a member, you can join in any tier, and you'll be invited to our monthly member Zoom calls. And our next one will be like in the next, not next week, but the start. Actually, wait. We're doing it on October 9th. So that's Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, so yeah, welcome to Nathan, Cal, Raymond, Cal. Sorry, I said Cal already. Eric, and Cal has sent in a 99-cent super chat. So sorry. Thank you very much, Cal. That is really appreciated. And welcome to Unspeakable BG, who has just joined the chat. So yeah, just a quick reminder as we go into the live stream, and as I start going into my main topics, mainly we're going to be talking about Supergirl, but we also have some Flash stuff to talk about and some potential Supergirl news, which will be my video tomorrow, actually. But I just wanted to briefly touch upon it here. But yeah, welcome to everyone who is joining. I see that Swift just joined the chat as well. But yeah, so just usual reminder, if you want your questions answered straight away, because we will be going through super chats and everything, please be sure to send them in via super chat if you have a question, topic, theory, or idea, and you want it popped up on the screen like Cal's here, you can see, and they will be featured. I will stop talking about my topic and we will dive straight into your question. And again, it's only like a 30-minute live stream. So yeah, I wouldn't waste your time if you have any burning questions. So please be sure to start coming up with some questions if you have any. But also, you're welcome to send them in by the chat, of course. And I will try and get to them. But again, we're a bit short for time this week. But thank you so much, Cal, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into the first couple of topics. We're going to go into our newsy topics first, and then we'll go into Supergirl this week, because I feel like maybe some of you guys are interested in, the headline topics, I guess you could call it. But yeah, so Nora and Bart Allen, it's been officially confirmed, and I will do a video on this at greater length, theorizing and whatnot. But Nora and Bart, aka Jessica Parker Kennedy and Jordan Fisher, respectively, are confirmed for next season. They're going to be returning. That is amazing news. I was kind of expecting it, but I didn't know that we were going to get the announcement this soon. But like, I mean, it's freaking welcome. Like, I'm very pleased. I had my theories and I had my ideas that was like, yeah, they're gonna come back because they were super popular and they seem to really enjoy it and they really work together, and the show is definitely gonna ask them to come back, so why wouldn't they come back? I mean, they will get paid well, and You know, I think it's a win-win-win-win in like everyone's situation. But yeah, so there was this TV Line article that was put out the other day. I believe Paigey made a video on it, so maybe you heard about this. But yeah, Nora and Bart are coming back for the next season of The Flash. I'm not sure what specific episodes they're coming back in, but that is very exciting because they were awesome in the back half of this season. And oh, sorry, I just read a comment in the chat. But yeah, I'm not sure what time they're coming back. I don't think they're coming back at the start of the season because Jordan Fisher is in New York right now. As I've said before, he is doing Everybody's Talking About Jamie on Broadway. So he's performing like every day. So there's no way he can get to Vancouver. So I'm presuming in the back half of the season, that's when you're going to have the Tornado Twins returning. And Nathan agrees with me. He says, yes, love the Tornado Twins. Yes, I call them Tornado Twins, but they are awesome. Another season of Nora. Yeah, man, I can't wait. Where's Gary? I don't know. Where's Gary? That is always the big question. Gary actually came last week for the whole stream, but I think that's because I was streaming later, and I guess that works better for him, probably from being from Texas, I believe. No problem, Alwatch. Welcome. Alwatch is also a new member. He joined last week in the last stream. But you will note down Alwatch, October 9th, Saturday, October 9th, we're going to be doing our monthly members Zoom call again because this last Zoom call today was delayed because I was just really busy. I was away in a different country in Italy. And so that's why we are doing that late. And that's why we're going to do this next stream next call pretty soon. So yeah, note that down. I'll watch on the 9th. We'll be doing our next one. Okay, so yeah, it's awesome to see Nora and Bart return because they were awesome at the end of last season. And I think there's a lot more they can explore, especially with Jay Garrick returning. We know that John Wesley Shipp is coming back to the Flash this season. In at least one of the 5-part crossover episodes. So I hope when Bart actually returns, I hope that Jay is going to return because it makes sense with what they set up at the end of last season with their dynamic. And also, Nora kind of like... Okay, so I can't get my words out, but basically I'm trying to say Bart and Nora are quite inseparable, and hence what Nathan said, the Tornado Twins. Like, I'm pretty sure in the future they are heroes together and they're going to always go around together. And so it makes sense that you have them two come back at the exact same time. And so hopefully it all kind of aligns. But yeah, that is the kind of news I want to talk about. I will do a bigger video properly theorizing about like what they could be doing this season with those characters and why they're coming back. But that's your kind of brief news update for you guys. Nathan also says Gary's in the Phantom Zone for stalking Ben. Maybe it's true. Who knows? Okay. Let's move on to the next topic. We have the Flash. Well, is going to be obviously having a new spin-off. Oh, sorry. The Flash is having a new film coming out. That's what I was trying to say, not a new spin-off. So the new film is going to be coming out, and this is obviously the Ezra Miller film, and Ezra showed up in Crisis, and... Oh, wait. It's not popping up, though. Okay, but Nathan is a member for 6 months. He is a super best friend, and he says, wouldn't it be awesome if the twin speedsters could merge into one massive speedster with multicolor lightning? Yeah, it would, Nathan, and thanks for being a member for 6 months. That's awesome. For some reason, it's not popping up in my Streamlabs section, which is very strange. But yeah, what was I saying? So, oh yeah, the Flash film. It's coming out, and obviously it's setting up Supergirl in the DCEU, which is very exciting. We don't know when Supergirl is going to get her own film or anything like that. However, there's been a rumor going around that was reported on by a couple of outlets like comicbook.com and everything, that Supergirl may be getting a spin-off HBO Max show. And now this wouldn't have anything to do with Melissa's Supergirl, but considering that Ezra Miller's Flash is in the DCEU, you would have in the Arrowverse, he is canon. You would assume that Supergirl, well, Sasha Calle's version of Supergirl, the new one in DCU, would be also canon. So that means that there is a possibility that maybe at one point she crosses over with the Arrowverse. So what do you guys think about that? I think it would be very cool, and the potential of an HBO Max Supergirl series, I think is very exciting, especially because Supergirl is going away. We'll get a different version that isn't a reboot of the TV show, but a sort of continuation of the Supergirl legacy. Obviously, there was plans for a Supergirl film, so I don't know if, they're going for the series instead of the film. That would be a shame, but I think I'm actually more so for the TV show, especially, as I said, because Supergirl is going away. So, yeah, I guess it makes the most sense, and it would be very cool, in my opinion, if they did this TV show and if it did turn out to be true. Okay, so Cal Roswell sends in a $1.99 super chat. Cal says, hopefully Grant makes a cameo in the Flash film. Well, yeah, we've been hoping for that for a while, and it does make a lot of sense, considering that Ezra's version of the Flash was influenced to call himself the Flash after meeting Grant Gustin's version of the Flash. So, I mean, it makes sense, and it's a no-brainer, and, like, Grant's version of the Flash is arguably, well, it's not even arguably, like, he is the most popular version of the Flash in live action. So, of course, they're going to want to probably pay tribute to that and, be like, yes, we've included Grant's version of the Flash, and, like, it's probably just a cameo. It's not going to be, like, a big role or anything, but it will still be very cool that they're going to probably include him. Now, I don't know if he's gone to London, gone to Glasgow. That's where they've been filming The Flash. However, that's not to say that they're not going to do reshoots elsewhere and they couldn't get Grant to come in for that. I think that would be their plan. Otherwise, they will get him on a green screen somewhere, probably in LA. I believe that's where... Actually, no, wait. Sorry, he's in Vancouver. Yeah, they're filming The Flash Season 8 right now. So with that, they could get him just on the green screen, use the Flash's equipment there, and film a cameo maybe of him running or, like a quick dialogue scene. So what do you guys think about that? I think that's definitely a high possibility, and thank you very much, Cal, for the $1.99 super chat. So anyone else who has any questions, start sending them in right now. That would be fantastic if you did that. So super chats you can do just under the comment section, and there's a $, and you can put in your comment or question. Okay, now let's move on to the next question, and we are heading towards like the end part of the stream. We have about 15 minutes left of the stream before we're gonna have to end this off. So now is the time to start putting in your questions. Daniela says, did you catch up on Stargirl yet? I actually haven't caught up on Stargirl. I've been binge watching. We've been binge watching Sex Education, the Netflix show. So yeah, I haven't had time, and I know I said last week that I would, but yeah, there's just so many TV shows right now to catch up on, and I do plan on doing it. Don't worry. I know I feel like I say that every week, but I'm actually going to get around to it. Okay, so let's go on to our last topic for the stream. We've got about 15 minutes left, and we're going to be talking about Supergirl's episode this week because, again, it's the only DCTV show I watched this week, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys have also watched. So, yeah. episode 12, titled Blind Spots. This is the episode directed by David Ramsey, and it was also written by Azzy Tesfaye, who plays Kelly, and it is a big Kelly episode, so it kind of makes sense that she was the one to write it, because it's quite personal, you know, and she definitely cares a lot about the show and her character specifically. And so this episode sees Kelly suiting up as Guardian. She has a new suit. I think the suit's pretty cool. What do you guys think about the suit? Let me know in the chat right now, and I'll read off some of your opinions. But I really like it. I think it's definitely better than James's version of the suit. His Guardian suit was pretty average. Like, it was just silver gray, and like you couldn't really see his face. And I like the fact that Kelly talks about like wanting to be seen, and so, you know, that's why you don't have like the mask sort of covering everything and only having the eye bits, but like you have like a half mask, like a half helmet. I think is very cool. um and yeah, I'm happy for Kelly. And you know, Kelly's actions in this episode are really strong, very powerful in terms of like the way that they hit you when you're watching it. Because a lot of her actions are, I mean, the whole point of the episode is basically to show that Team Supergirl has blind spots. And, you know, we're going to get onto that in a minute, but Kelly's actions pretty much go unnoticed for the most part. And this is similar to what happens in real life, and also the select community in the Heights, I believe they call it, in National City. And so that's where you got the characters of Joey and everyone, and Orlando played a big part in this episode. And so the people who need help in their community don't get the help because no one cares about them, and they go unnoticed. And so I thought it was very impactful, and I thought it was very good. And so it was great to see Kelly being so passionate and trying to fight for this. And then the one bit where she actually breaks out and shouts against Team Supergirl, I was like, wow, like, whoa, this has been, I guess, a long time coming. And it's good to have an episode that is told from like a different perspective, because we always follow Team Supergirl, we follow these superheroes, and they're always going after the big bad. But it's nice to see from another perspective where it's like, okay, so the big bad is a big bad, and Kelly acknowledges that. But that is someone that they could take down tomorrow, because that person isn't raining hellfire down on the city right now. Right now, the people need help, but Team Supergirl is too focused on trying to prevent what's going to happen tomorrow instead of looking at what's happening today. And so I thought that was a very good message. And yeah, it's just nice to see National City and Team Supergirl shown from another angle. And I think it does it very well at the start of the episode, when you had, you know, the kind of 24 hours flashback. And then you get to the bit where the building has collapsed, and from the other side, in the other episode, we were shown that Nixley is there, and like it's shown from Supergirl's perspective of the building crumbling, and she's shocked and she's, you know, upset by it, but at the same time, she's not thinking about, oh wait, maybe there was people in the building, maybe there was people surrounding, maybe people affected by, you know, the dust, you know, going everywhere in the atmosphere. But no, she's focused on taking Nixley down in that moment. But this episode shows from a different angle that exact scene from the back of the literal building, with Kelly going to help out and seeing the aftermath, and like the people who have been affected by inhaling all of this dust, which isn't normal dust as it turns out. But yeah, so what did you guys think about all of this? Let me know. I'm gonna have a scroll through the chat. It's fine. I don't like the helmet. Reminds me of Legends season 1 of Hawkman and Hawkgirl. I mean, that's fair. It is a bit similar. The suit looks very cool. She looked like a bird, but I don't mind. I never thought that. The plot wasn't all that, though. Fair enough if you didn't think that. Cal liked this episode. Yeah, so it seems like there is some varying opinions. I love the concept of this episode, but as long-time viewers in season 2, I think this episode was more about prioritizing the whole world, what Kara does, rather than just a community. Yeah, it's true. It is true. That is pretty much what the episode is about. But yeah, so everyone is infected by this magical energy from the dust in the building, and it turns out the councilwoman is also affected. She takes this kind of experimental drug that is supposed to help her, and it turns out she gains like superpowers. So I mean, she turns into this kind of diabolical villain. Like, she was despisable before, but like now she's like a full-on villain, using her powers to literally drain and kill people of their life force, just out of her own greed to rebuild the Heights into something in her own image, because she doesn't care about those people and the way that they're trying to, live. Like, they're trying to get affordable housing and everything like that, but she just doesn't give a crap about it. And so it's nice to see her getting a piece of her own cake, and Kelly suiting up as Guardian and taking her down was cool. And there was a great fight scene with Diggle taking on some of the bodyguards and everything like that. And talking of Diggle, let's move on to talk about Diggle for a bit. I'm sure you guys are very excited about this, and this was like the big calling card of the episode, because everyone was like, is he going to turn into Green Lantern? Is he going to turn into Green Lantern? Wow. Doesn't turn out that he turns into Green Lantern in this episode, but he does return, and he has 2 teasers for everyone. And there's obviously a lot that is being set up for the future. I mean, at the end of the episode, he says, as he gets into the elevator, worlds await, and obviously that is a direct hint, like, and a huge nod. It's like a literal nod towards his future and what is going to be happening. And also earlier in the episode, he references the fact that he was offered like a superhero job. He could have been like this greater hero, but it would have meant leaving his family. So obviously that is like, I mean, it's so obvious, but it's awesome. And I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of upset that we didn't see like full-on Green Lantern, but it's not the biggest deal, because I wasn't expecting this, just due to the fact of how they dealt with him on the other shows as well. This season, when he showed up, like, he barely played a part in most of the episodes, apart from the Flash's episode and this episode, where they properly teased Green Lantern and that Diggle was going to do something about it. So obviously 100% he is going to be coming back, and he's going to be doing this, and he's going to eventually probably become Green Lantern. I reckon it's going to happen some point in the next season or 2. As far as we know, I don't believe, and Canada Graphs, who I've just seen is in the chat, could probably confirm. I don't believe he's actually coming back. I think he's directing a couple of episodes, but I don't think he's in the 5-part crossover event on The Flash. So if he's not going to be in that, is he going to come later in the season, or are they going to wait until like the next crossover? So that doesn't mean this season, it means like the next season. So are they going to keep people hanging for that long, or are the plans more imminent? Is something actually going to be done about it? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah, Green Lantern, looking forward to that. So we're going into the final 5 minutes of this shorter live stream as we hit the 25-minute mark. So any final questions should be sent in now, if that is all right with you guys. So if you do have any burning questions, send them in via Super Chats, or I'll try and get to them in the chat whilst we are doing this. Okay, so It was great that Diggle played a big role in this episode. Yeah, I agree. And it was great to see him doing some fight scenes and everything like that. Like, properly taking on those guys. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. And yeah, he could be in the crossover, Canonograph says, since he is there, but I don't think he will be. He did say to me a couple of weeks ago when I ran into him, there's big things coming. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much presume there is big things coming, and it's good to know that he actually said that. And he is up in Vancouver, so there is always a chance, but yeah, I think he's mainly going to be doing his directing whilst he's up there as of now. But, hopefully there is going to be some more action on him becoming Green Lantern sometime in the near future. Welcome, Jamie, to the live stream. I'm sorry that you are joining towards the end. It's just a shorter stream today, and we've hit most of the topics. And in regards to Supergirl, I did enjoy the episode, and it was certainly something different, which I liked about it. I thought it was a very strong episode. It didn't feel like a normal Supergirl episode. It was obviously a Kelly episode, but it was nice to include Diggle, and it was good to see Team Supergirl from a different angle, a more critical angle, that they aren't normally, shown from, really, because normally you see them from, as I said earlier, it's like we always see in these superhero stories the big bads and the villains who are going to threaten tomorrow and the whole future. But it was nice to be back in the present, sort of, and going after what kind of matters, I guess. But it seems that Gary Gammon has shown up right in the nick of time as we head towards the end of the stream. Gary sends in a $1.99 super chat, and Gary says, "Is the Flash getting delayed later than November?" Well, as of right now, Gary, I don't think the Flash is getting delayed later than November. There is no reason that it should be delayed, and Superman Lois isn't going to fault it or something like it did last season. But yeah, thank you so much, Gary. And if you have any more questions, send them in quickly, because we are ending the live stream in about, like 5 minutes or so. So just a warning. But yeah, Gary did escape from the Phantom Zone. We can confirm, guys. We can confirm. Okay, Gary sends in another super chat. He sends in a $1.99 super chat again. He says, "Are you mad at me? Are you proud of me? Got my vaccine." Well, I'm proud that you got your vaccine. I got my vaccines too, and you guys should all get vaccines if you feel like you want to. So yeah, I'm proud of you, Gary. I'm very proud of you, and thanks for the super chat. Cal Roswell sends in a super sticker, a 99-cent super sticker of a hot dog. Thanks for the hot dog. I really appreciate it, Cal. Yeah. Thanks for the support towards the channel. Okay. What's the name of the final Supergirl episodes and who wrote them? I'm not sure who wrote them, but I presume it's just some of the normal writers. But the final episode, I believe, is titled Kara, which is quite fitting. It's a simple title, but it's, I think it hits the point. It's like Kara. They could title it just Supergirl or something, and it would make sense as well. But I like that title. So Gary sends in another super chat. Thank you super much. Thank you super much, Gary. And he says, "Keep up the great work." Well, I appreciate your consistent support, Gary, every week. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for tuning in, even though it's probably what time is it in Texas? It's like maybe midday or something. It could be the morning. I don't know. But yeah, thanks, Gary. Much appreciated. Okay, so yeah, don't worry, Nathan is joking. But yeah, just to end off the stream, reminder, guys, we are doing our next monthly member Zoom call. This is going to be on the 9th of October. That is a Saturday. So if you want to join us and talk to me live and talk to Nathan and talk to everyone else who is a member of the channel, we do our Zoom calls, and the 9th is the next one, and that's when you guys can join. If you want to join and become a member of the channel, I will quickly show you how to do that before we end off the live stream, so you guys can come and join us. So here we go. All you need to do is, you can go there, but the easiest way is to come here and you click the join button down here. You can pause the video. You don't need to watch Ben in an old video. And you can join by clicking on any of the membership levels. And I mean, obviously, the higher you go, it's super appreciated. But again, you can just go to the super friend level or the super friend level or the super best friend level. And everyone is welcome to join the live stream if you're a member of the channel. Not live stream. Join the monthly member Zoom call, not the live stream. Okay, Our Watch sends in a $4.99 super chat to end off the stream. He says, did you start discussing film? I'm so lost as to how you're tied to that account. Came across you from the DC shows, also in Texas, in Space City, Houston. Well, I want to go to Texas at some point, and maybe I will. But yeah, that's cool. But discussing film, no, I didn't start discussing film. I don't own discussing film, but I write film reviews and articles for discussing film. Yeah, I originally just did DC videos, and the owner of discussing film, knew me, and I wanted to write articles because I got accepted for Rotten Tomatoes. I'm sure you guys know what that is. And yeah, just since then, been writing reviews, and that's how I'm linked to them. I mean, this DC thing with my channel is just me on my own. I've run it since 2016. So yeah. Well, yeah, that about does it for this live stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like. Also, leave a comment on the video afterwards if you're going to watch afterwards. That would be much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Check out my latest videos. They're up on the channel right now. They are free to watch. And thanks to everyone who contributed and watched this episode of the DCTV show. I really appreciate all of you guys who come week to week. And, all of you who are members, all of you who just check in and watch the videos. You guys are awesome. But yeah, I should be on the after party next week. And oh yeah, crap. I did see your super sticker, Gary. My apologies. Gary sends in a poo super sticker. So that is much appreciated. And sorry, I had some issues. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.